Merry Christmas and welcome back, you guys. Today is the first Christmas decorating video of the season and we are gonna head into our living room. Today's video is a fun one though. It's gonna consist of so many different things. We're gonna be styling our floating shelves here in the living room, and we're also gonna be styling my sideboard console table. I'm also gonna be changing out some bigger furniture pieces to refresh the space for the season. We will be decorating the Christmas tree, listening to Christmas music, changing out our prints over here on this wall for some Christmas prints, and I think the change that's gonna make the biggest impact on this space is changing out our rug and our curtains. If this is not your first time here, you've probably seen me renovate and make over this room so many different times. It's definitely looked so much different in the past years, but how it is now is definitely the most practical it's ever been for our family, especially at this stage in our life. We have 2 toddlers and 5 animals who make a mess and shed everywhere, totally exposing ourselves with the mess here. But I just wanted to leave this clip in for you guys for real life. You are not alone if underneath your couch looks like this too. We've had this brown leather couch for about a year now, and we do have 3 cats, and this couch is real leather, so it has held up so great. I do want to switch out this rug though. This rug is a little bit too small for this room, and we recently got a new one for our upstairs loft that's a little bit too big for that room. So we're gonna switch them out, bring this rug that was down here back upstairs, and then we're gonna bring our newish rug that has been in our loft down here. This one is a little bit bigger. It fits the size of this room so much better, and it's so soft. I feel like it's way more practical for down here too, because it hides stains and spills so much better. It's a beautiful neutral color with gray tones. I love this. The color is not too light, not too dark, and it definitely changes from your perspective of how you're viewing the rug. Super soft too, and I really love the subtle vintage pattern. I also feel like the price of this one is definitely not bad for the quality of this rug. Moving on to my coffee table styling, I really wanted to keep it simple here, mostly because my kids love to get into whatever is on this coffee table. Putting this black vase with these large crabapple stems from AFLORAL. These have been my go-to stems for decorating this season. I absolutely love them, and the deep red color of the berries is just so beautiful and perfect. And then next to it, I'm just stacking some books, and then on top I'm going to put this stone mortar. This is from Olive Atelier. This is also a staple decor item that I'm finding I'm bringing out pretty much every season, no matter the styling. Then I'm going to stick some little Christmas holiday potpourri scent sort of things. I just got this little pack online. I will have it linked down below. Since we do have a leather couch, pretty much every time I sit on there, I'm using a blanket. So I wanted to include this blanket on the couch and to also bring the red over to this side of the room. This is an oversized fur blanket in a dark wine color. And then on top, I'm just gonna place this pillow. I actually DIY'd this pillow. I will have a video on this coming so soon. But I'm just gonna stack my everyday neutral colored pillows beside it. For a little gallery wall over here, it definitely felt like it needed a little bit of something. So I'm gonna add some swags to my fluted gold sconces. I'm just using 2 little juniper picks and kind of twisting them together and then folding the wire down so it makes kind of an upside down V shape and it looks more swaggy, I don't know. And then that's pretty much it. Super easy. I'm just gonna tie a quick little red satin bow and call it good. This is the easiest thing ever, and you can pretty much put this on anywhere. A fixture frame on the wall, on the back of chairs. I love using little picks for things like this. So clearly our gallery wall, the actual picture part, needs some help. Let's change them out. I think it's definitely time for a refresh. I'm using this set of 2 prints. You can download these off of Etsy. I will have the link down below. It's just a little tree with some red accents and then a mistletoe also with subtle red accents. Kind of vintagey feeling, neutral, but also brings the red over to this side of the room. And then for the frames I'm using these pretty big frames. These are only $20 each from Walmart, which is a great deal. These are huge. I had to get both of these printed out in a poster size, but both of them fit perfectly over here on this wall, and it kind of goes with the shape of the molding too. So it ended up working out great. I definitely needed to change these pictures out for a while, so I am so happy we did. And now let's decorate the floating shelves. I'm gonna start with these 2 juniper stems. I'm gonna kind of stack them on top of each other, so they're both sticking out, kind of like the swag that we made for the sconces. Then on top of it, I'm gonna add this glass church. It has a stained glass sort of feel. It's gold, it has a beautiful patina to it as well. This is from Walmart. I know it's been out of stock, so if it's in stock right now, definitely grab it. But inside of this, I'm just gonna put my miniature willow tree nativity set. And then hanging off the sprigs, I'm just naturally gonna add some bells. I'm putting one of these little animals on the green part where the stems are to make the styling feel a little bit more natural. I felt like behind it was looking a little blank, so I mounted a little tiny wreath behind it and put a burgundy bow on top. On the left of the nativity scene, I'm gonna stack some books and use this vintage picture frame with this little Christmas bouquet print inside. On the other side, I'm gonna stack some more coffee table books, and then I'm gonna put these 2 scalloped bells right next to each other on top of the books. For the top shelf, I'm gonna make this little grouping of ceramic houses. Then I'm gonna stack some books right next to that. On top of those books, I'm gonna add this little vintage sleigh picture. I got these frames from Target. They came in a pack of 2. I love them to act as little accent frames like this. And I'm gonna put this deer right next to the books and kind of position him so he's looking at the picture. Then I put one little stem inside of a vase to make it feel like it's a faux tree. So I just put that in front of the brown picture, and then I'm just gonna casually lean a book up against the side of the wall. Because there's a lot happening on the top 2 shelves, I want to keep this bottom shelf more simple, so I'm just going to put this picture from Walmart in the middle, and then I'm going to stack some bells right next to it. On the other side, I'm just going to put this wooden candle holder. I love this. It's so easy to change out from season to season. And then I'm going to casually lean this twisted brass candle wick cutter on the side of the candle holder. Now let's work on the mantle. So I'm gonna use my tried and true garland that I use every year. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's the cedar garland. And I love this because a little goes a long way. It is so full. I feel like normally for garland, especially for the Norfolk garland, you have to keep layering and layering, and that can definitely get pricey. So once I found this from Hobby Lobby, I was sold. I love this so much. It's so wispy, and it is super soft, super easy to work with, and it feels realistic too. I want to create a droop down the middle, and I want it to kind of have a point. So I'm gonna fold this garland in half and then just take the little top section and twist it. This stayed really well. I just twisted it a few times around itself, and this makes it so it goes into more of a point and less of a droop. After playing around with the garland and liking the shape that I like, I'm gonna add in some picks. So these are from Hobby Lobby. I love the dark red burgundy color of these picks. Perfect for my theme this year for Christmas. I'm just gonna slide these in the garland and kind of wrap them around a little bit so they stay in. And then next to those, I'm gonna take these picks. I'm not exactly sure what these are called, but they are supposed to represent like a dried out something, but I just like the look of them. And then I also made this little star garland, so I'm gonna droop that throughout the garland and cover up the cord with the stems of the garland. I'm using these brass bow stocking holders from MCGEE & Co. They were a little pricey, so I only got 2 this year. I think it works out great though because my mantle is not that big, so I just put 1 on each side. I normally always do an asymmetrical look on my mantle for my garland, but this year I wanted to do more of a symmetrical look, so that is why I kind of centered everything. And then I'm also balancing out both sides by putting the stockings on each side. I really wanted to mix a red stocking in with my other neutral stockings, but it just was not feeling symmetrical enough, so I decided to stick this red stocking in the sleigh beneath the fireplace, and then on both sides I'm just gonna have a dark brown stocking and then a lighter colored neutral stocking. we're going to change out our curtains. We used to have these curtains in this darker taupe color and the color Burleywood Birch. And then these new curtains are by the brand 2 Pages, and they're called the Liz linen curtains in the color Ivory. They are a beautiful light ivory color, and I figured they would match well with the trim of my windows. One of my absolute favorite part about these curtains are they are memory pleated, which in my opinion makes the biggest difference. It makes it so the pleats fall perfectly when it's both opened and closed, and it just looks so nice and high-end in my opinion. I also made sure I doubled the width of the curtains so there's more fabric on both sides and it just looks fuller when it's open. The curtain mods we're using are these brass ones from Amazon. They are my go-to. We've used them all over our house and I love them. They have held up so well. And then we also make sure to get a longer rod that fits about a foot over each side of the window so the curtains can hang beside the window rather than over the window. This will make the window appear a lot bigger, and that way the window doesn't have to be covered when the curtains are open. Before we decorate the Christmas tree, let's style this sideboard first. This sideboard is from Castlery and it is huge. It holds a whole bunch of our kitchen stuff and our extra decor, so it's super convenient too. And I really do feel like the price is not bad for this piece. It is such good quality, soft closed doors, beautiful fluted wood, so much storage. I really do love this one. Anyways, over here, I'm gonna put this brown lamp. This is from TJ Maxx I got in store. And then on the other side, I'm gonna put this big brown vase from MCGEE & Co. I like how this size is huge and it kind of balances off with the size of the lamp on the other side. I'm gonna add these really tall, big, wide evergreen stems from AFLORAL inside. And I'm just gonna add 2 of these and just fluff them up until I like the way it looks. We have these little boucle swivel chairs for our accent chairs in here. These are actually my favorite accent chairs that we have in this house. Anyways, I'm gonna add this gauzy colored green blanket on top, and then I'm just gonna add these burgundy lumbar pillows to both of the chairs. Okay, it is time to decorate the tree. I feel like this is what really makes it feel like Christmas, is when the tree is decorated and done. Our Christmas tree is an aspen fir tree. We got this from Walmart and we just pulled it out of the box. It is not fluffed in this clip. This is our tried and true. We really do love this tree. It looks very realistic in my opinion, and it is a great price too. I'm using a variety of ornaments that I've collected throughout the years. They are mostly neutral, but this year, because I'm doing accents of burgundy, I'm gonna add in a variety of burgundy picks here and there to the tree too. To hang the ornaments, one of my subscribers gave me the best tip. Thank you, Megan, for this, but it's just using twist ties to secure the ornaments to the trees. I use these zip ties for pretty much all of the breakable ones, so my kids can't pull them off of the tree. But for all of the ones that had a secure top, the twist tie technique has worked so well. Having all of these actually secure on there so they're not falling off all the time, so I have to put them back on the tree. It's nice to just not have to worry about that. So when we pulled out our tree this year, we noticed that a few sections of the lights were unfortunately out at the bottom of the tree. So I wanted to add some more lights to fill in those gaps. And I also love the look of twinkle lights on a tree. So I'm just gonna add these green colored twinkle lights from Amazon. This is super flexible and they were really easy to tie around each stem. And there's 1,000 of these lights and that was plenty to cover our entire tree. I just wove it in and out through all of the branches so the lights flicker both on the inside of the tree and on the outer edges. And then for the extra cord, I wanted to light up our garland over the fireplace. So I just ran the cord behind our bench and then just put some throw pillows on top to cover the cord. And then I just extended the lights over to the garland that way. It works great, it's convenient, and now the garland and the tree lights flicker together and it's more cohesive. For the tree skirt, I ordered a 36-inch one off of Amazon and it ended up being way too small. I ended up replacing it with the scalloped red blanket from Target, the Studio MCGEE one. It kind of gives it that cozy, lived-in sort of feel. I feel like it adds more layers and dimension to the tree skirt. You can kind of puff it up like a blanket and I feel like it just feels more cozy than your typical flat tree skirt. I'm always getting questions about my TV print too, and you guys, I literally just look up on YouTube. I just look up vintage TV art for each individual season, and then I go to the video and then just pause it on the picture that I like. If you are new here, I would love to have you stick around and subscribe. There's so much more Christmas content to come this season. I cannot wait to share it with you all. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you got any tips or any inspiration from this video. It really helps me out. Let me know what you thought of my first decorating video this season, how you're liking the theme, and how you're planning on decorating your home this year for Christmas. Okay, we'll see you in a few days in a new video. Bye!